afternoon, Narelle Walk-on here from Mackay, Queensland. Lovely to see you all and to be here with you all. This is my weekly live that I do for Carnivore Aussie style. Sorry, I'm still getting used to doing these lives. And I want to welcome everyone. It's really good to be able to share my story, my carnivore journey, with those out there who show some interest or are interested in having a look at this way of doing the, I suppose, health-wise and things like that. So my journey began 143 days ago now, and it's been an incredible journey. One of the reasons why I came in was because of my diabetes, and my diabetes is getting so much better that medications and things like that are almost down to, look, nearly every second day now. I've just got to read my bloods and things like that, but I'm certainly down to what I was. And last week I did share a little bit about that, but I didn't realize that I actually didn't give you the results of what I am down to. So I'll give them to you quickly, and then I'll go over to what we will speak about today. So my diabetes medication was insulin dependent since 2013, had tried a couple of different insulins. The one that suited me was a slow release 25-75 mix called Humalog. Now I started on around 40 units in the morning and in the afternoon, which is actually quite a lot, and reduced it down, just changing things around myself down to where I was sitting prior to Carnivore. And that was 11 units in the morning and 21 units at night. Now, again, I was a controlled diabetic. I really basically just looked after it myself, went to the doctor for checkups and bloods and things like that every 3 to 6 months. So I was very controlled. But I was sick and tired of giving myself insulin. So I decided to research, have a look around, see what else there was I can do. I was told that, type 2 diabetes can be reversed, and that I needed to look at my diet a little bit more than what I had been. So what I decided to do, after having, spoken to a friend from the US who has been doing carnivore and still continues to do it and has lost, almost 100 pounds, and another friend from the US who has lost 190 pounds from being on the carnivore way of eating. Now, a lot of people might think, yeah, but, I can't just eat meat all the time and stuff like that. Well, I'll come over to that. But I just wanted to say that my insulin is now down to about 8 per day. And like I said, sometimes it's only every second day, keeping a close eye on my blood sugars to see where they're sitting at. My tablets, which were 2 by 1,000 milligrams a day, are now down to a half to a quarter of a tablet. And again, usually every day, just to take the tip off of it. But yeah, look, honestly, within 143 days, and to see this happening and reversing my type 2 diabetes is really exciting. So if you have something like that, if you are looking for something, I suppose, because you know that as you get older, your health is really important. Health is the new wealth, particularly as you start to get over 50s, into your 60s, 70s, and even 80s. You want to do what's best for your body. You want to make sure that you're at the best you can be, rather than just taking a handful of pills every day that the doctor tells you to take, which really you don't know what you're taking, you're trusting what they say. Now, I've been doing a bit of research. I'm looking at different sort of salts, as in Celtic salts. I've been told that Redmond's is a good brand, and I will be bringing those, what I do use, because I use, it's called Salt of the Earth. It's a really lovely brand. I love it. I love the fineness of it, but know that it is full of minerals, which my body absorbs and keeps those things away, like cramping, if you're not keeping up your electrolytes and things like that. So I am sort of researching some electrolytes as well, and I'll be bringing those to you shortly as to the brands that I use. I think what I read today was a lady who said, I just don't know how much of everything to eat. What should I be eating? How much fat, how much protein? because remember, carnivore is a high protein, high fat way of eating. It isn't just a diet. It isn't just about cutting this out or doing this or 6 times this a day, that sort of thing. Carnivore is a lifestyle change. That's how I've taken it on. This will be my way of eating for as long as I want. And I think that my body is showing me that it is the best decision I ever made. So what this lady was saying was about, what should I eat? What sort of meats and things like that. Now, there's a lot of information out there on the internet, on YouTube. However, I want to bring you some very basic rules, regulations, whatever you want to call them, to starting carnivore, because it is. I go out there and I research everything, and I like to take a lot of the information from the carnivore doctors, because what they say we know is from their medical experience and things like that. However, it is nice to listen to those locals here in Australia, New Zealand, surrounding areas that are going or have chosen this as their lifestyle change and gone carnivore. Now, some go very strict and they call that a lion diet. And lion diet means that you're eating red meat, steak, water, and salt. Now, I don't feel that as a woman of my age that I can actually do that. Maybe down the track a little bit, but right now I'm very happy to stick with steak, bacon, eggs, butter, and occasional chicken and occasional fish. Now, what I've found is the longer that I'm on this way of eating is that my tastes are changing, just like my needing to eat. We've been told over the years that you should eat 3 times a day, and as a diabetic, you should have 6 meals a day, meaning that 3 of those are some snacks. The thing is, what you're putting into your mouth is making you stay like having to use those drugs from the doctors. So I was already cutting back on my way of eating prior to going carnivore. And one of the things I found is now that I'm only having 1 meal a day. Now, that happened for about a week or two. The last couple of days, I'm finding that I need to eat about mid-afternoon, like around 3 or 4 o'clock. And then I'm fine. And then later on, rather than have a big meal of, steak and eggs or whatever you're having for that meal, I cut it down a little bit. So I'm not actually having it too late at night. I have it, probably about that 7 o'clock then after I've eaten at 3 or 4 o'clock. I'm still eating within that period of time. There is a lot of information out there again about, fasting and when you can fast and how long you should fast for your age. For me, or for over 60s, it is like I think it's 16 hours fasting, 8 hours eating. And for my age, I think it's about 14-10, something like that. You can research that and just have a look to fasting for your age. Again, I bring it back to everybody is different. Your body is not my body, and my body is not your body. What you put into it over the years, or what we have subjected our bodies to carry, which is a lot of sugar, because that's what we were brought up with. My mum was the great cook. She could make something out of nothing, and she always made lots of cakes, lots of slices, lots of biscuits, and always said there was nothing in them. Now, she wasn't doing that because she was trying to harm us. She was doing it because she loved us, and she just loved cooking for her family. The thing is, we really need to look at what are those things that we have introduced or was introduced to at a younger age, and why are those things, why we still like them, why do we need them? Excuse me. So take, for instance, a lot of people come on carnivore and go, I can't do without fiber, I can't do without my fruit. The thing is, fruit is still sugar. Yes, it's natural, fructose, but you're still introducing sugar into your body, which allows or sets off a feeling in your body that you need or you crave more sugar or more sweet things. Now, I still have coffee, and I have a couple throughout the day. I use fresh cream. I don't use milk anymore in anything. Butter, I buy organic butter, and I'm bringing that over there, over to here right now, because a lot of people say, oh, it must be expensive, just all that meat and eggs and all of that sort of stuff must be expensive, but it's not. It's not expensive. The thing is, I support my local butcher in most of everything that I want to buy as far as meat goes. They have good bargains as well, but the thing is, you're buying quality. And I found a butcher that does just a meat and pig skin, pig fat sausages. So no fillers whatsoever. I've never been a flavour person or artificial flavours. So I've never ever bought sausages that taste like tomato and onion or whatever else they put in it. I'm a bit of a plain girl, so I like plain sausages every now and again, and it's okay to have them every now and again. But because they've got no fillers, it's really important to know what you're putting into your mouth. So steak is steak. They talk about grass-fed steak. I don't always or able to afford grass-fed steak. However, I still buy a good quality steak from my butcher or buy a whole rib and they cut it up for you free of charge. So what else do I eat? Well, bacon. And again, I found that there's different types of bacon. You know, you can buy the cheaper stuff, and you will find as your research will go into this a little bit further that there are doctors out there that say start with it, whatever meat you can afford. Now, I see a lot of people doing stuff with mince meat or mince, as we call it here in Australia. I don't know what it is about mince, but I just can't bring myself to eat it. And I don't know why. So maybe it's because I was used to having it with something else or a curry or something like that. So I stay away from the things that I don't like. Don't force yourself to do stuff or eat the things that you don't like. Now, a lot of people say add in animal organs, like liver, you know, kidneys and stuff like that. Now, a lot of that I don't eat either, okay? But I don't mind putting it in every now and again. Now, there's a lot of different things out there. As I said, there's different electrolytes. LMNT is one I'm researching at the moment, Element, I think it's called, but also the Celtic salt. Like I said, I use salt of the earth. I've been using that for years anyway, because I heard years ago that, and I know myself that the sea salt, or sorry, what they call salt, iodized salt, that your table salt is really only good for cleaning your barbecue. It's no good for your body. It drains you of nutritional or nutrients within the body, and we need to be replacing those with good quality Celtic salt. Himalayan salt, I believe, is okay as well, but also with electrolytes. Now, I've had open heart surgery, as you can see my scar there, and one of the things that the heart specialist says was to continue on with magnesium, because magnesium is not only about, stopping cramps and things like that, but it's very good for heart health. So I've been taking magnesium for many years now. I do it as a powder. I quite like it. I don't really suffer any cramping. And if I do, I know that I just need to increase those electrolytes within my body. So today is about just sharing again. Check everything that you eat. Eggs, do whatever you can afford. If you can buy locally, or if you can get them from somebody in your neighborhood. If you can't, then, look, buy whatever you can afford. And that's what even the doctors say. Now, again, bacon, have a read of the ingredients that are in there. Steak is pretty much the best thing that you can eat. And I don't have it every day, but I'll crave it, and when I crave something, like today, I've had bacon and eggs, and people go, oh my gosh, cholesterol, but you're putting a really good high protein into your body. If you can get some exercise, that is even better. And, just stay within what you can afford. This doesn't have to be hard. It is something that can be very easy. And I believe that each and every one of you who is suffering some of those problems within your body as you get older, again, whether it's aches and pains, I've heard a lot how much it's helped arthritis in a lot of people. For myself, I have a Ross River fever, which was from a mosquito bite, and it helps to be able to control that pain as well. So I don't like to sit for too long anymore, and I find that if I get up and move around, it does help. So Take it each day, write down, even if you have to, a bit of a step by step, 1 to 10. These are the things that are wrong with me. These are the things that I'd like to see happen in my life. Do some research. Reach out to me, because I'm looking for people who would love to share their journey within the journey within the carnivore lifestyle change. I do have 2 channels, so sorry about that. So stay with it. They say 90 days is a good starting, and you'll find that the first 2 weeks are probably the hardest, because you're all of a sudden throwing yourself into a what should I be doing? What should I be eating? That sort of thing. Because I threw myself into it, and I did a lot of research, but I didn't prepare myself fully. So I was a little bit up and down emotionally, because I was worried, what am I going to have for dinner? Because that's what we're taught our whole lives is, as mums in particular, thinking about what are we going to cook for dinner? Well, this is so easy, because you're really only using 1 or 2 pans at the most. And my son lives here as well, so cooking for him, 2 plates and that sort of thing. So it's very, very easy. You don't have to think about, what am I going to cook? What am I going to throw together? I've got a silver side cooking on the stovetop at the moment, which we'll have tonight with eggs. So like I said, you can talk to your doctor about it, but be very open-minded. A lot of doctors don't want you to go and do something that will reverse your problems yourself. They want you to stay on the medications that they have provided for you, but ask them how many years did they put into research about the natural therapies and things like that, and you'll find that it's very little. Do your own research. Have a look at what you want to do for you. Have a look at your ailments. Go and type in carnivore with an ailment, arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis. Have a look at those things, and make sure that you're also researching the side effects of those drugs that you might be taking, because a lot of them don't actually mix well together. And then we end up with a body that starts to look a lot older, or starts to feel a lot older than what it actually is. So I want to thank you today for listening to me. 143 days I am in. Weight-wise, I'm not too worried about it. I've lost 7 kilos. I'm feeling so much better. I'm looking so much better. And that's what really counts, is my type 2 diabetes medication has come down, and I'm looking forward to the day that I don't have to do insulin anymore. That may take another month or so. I'm not quite sure. I don't put limitations on myself, because you know what? It didn't take me overnight to get my body where it is right now. So it's going to take a little bit of time for my body to adjust, and it is adjusting exactly how it needs to. Cholesterol is a beautiful thing in our bodies. Our brains need it. Our hearts need it. So don't be told that your cholesterol is pushing over the edge, because it really is a bit of a myth out there about it. But you need to do your own research around that. But like I said, reach out anytime. Love to you all. Thank you once again. And I am looking for somebody to come on and share their journey within carnivore lifestyle change. And I look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you once again. I also have a Facebook page. Just quickly before I go, my Facebook page is called Carnivore Aussie Style. I'm an Australian girl, and I'll just pop over there quickly just to show you what it looks like. There we go. So yeah, have a look. Make sure you're on the right one. Carnivore Aussie Style. Leave me a comment if you know, and say that you'd like to sort of have a chat. I think it's important when we're going through different journeys in life that we actually share these things with each other, because we don't know what the next person is feeling or going through, and maybe they just need to hear those words from you. So pop over Carnivore Aussie Style, like my page, and reach out if you need to share some of your story. So thank you once again. Love to all, and look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye for now.